Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I thought I would touch on something else to do with the Mercedes that I purchased. The wood side of things in the car. All of the wood dashboard is in pretty good shape. The windshield bow is very dried out. Just needs a good refinishing. But what I would like to do eventually is to re-veneer the dashboard in more of the burl walnut. I picked this other dashboard bow up from the same place. They had it laying around and I snagged it. So they said I could take it along with a few other bits and pieces. But I'll get the camera closer in. But this happens to be, I believe this was pulled out of another 300 SEL, just going by some of the parts that I was able to snag. But this one is a burl walnut, which is kind of nice. It gives me the advantage that I don't have to re-veneer my one. But what I thought I would do, I've already done a video on my other channel to do more with my antique business about refinishing a bow, just like this, but that's a plain walnut one, the more common plain slice one. But what I think I'll do, this one has some delamination going on in the substrate here, and what I thought I'd take you through the stages of how to go about repairing something like this and removing this old finish. And as you can see, finish is all gone here, the colour's just gone, and I'll show you how to put some life back into the wood. It's extremely dry. So that being said, I want to give you some examples. This is just a plain sliced walnut that I have. We've got sheets of this. This is the most common type used on this, veneered with the grain going this way. Looks nice when it's finished, but what I wanted to show you, I'll bring the camera over. Okay, like I say, this is more of the plain sliced walnut. It's pretty enough. I mean, it's got some nice cathedral shape to it and would look very nice. But what I want to do on the rest of my piece, this is an English burl walnut, and it's this is consecutively sliced walnut. So what you can do is you can book match, you see, and that gives a beautiful pattern across the dashboard. See, it's all consecutively done. All of them are book matched nicely, matching grain. It looks gorgeous. But obviously there's a process of laying this veneer down. You can't just stick some glue on this and hope for the best. This veneer, obviously you've got some natural bubbles, some bumps and everything from drying out. Needs to have some moisture put back in it, pressed, and then there is more to it than just clamping it in place. So let me show you another dashboard that I have. This is from a 108 I pulled out of a scrapyard actually. This is just a small section of it. This is the main dash panel and this is the end unit that goes up the other end. I have the glove box. I don't have the ashtray actually, but that's just a flat piece. But with something like this, you obviously have some curves to deal with, and obviously this kind of compound curve at the end here to deal with in the veneering process. Okay, so I can show you how I'm going to deal with that. Essentially, there's a product called it's kind of a veneer softener, and you would spray the veneer down with the softener, and what it does, it allows the fibers to be able to expand without splitting, and then the veneer can be pressed onto the odd shape without worry about splitting. But to actually press it onto a strange shape like this is a process, and that would require what's called vacuum bagging. It's a way of pressing the veneer down onto odd shapes basically. But in that opens up another bag of worms. Obviously this is a very odd shape, and if you were to just put this in a vacuum bag, stick the veneer on it and turn the vacuum bag on, the vacuum bag would actually crush this completely. It would just flatten it. So what this needs is some kind of support mold that I have to make by hand to shape and hold this while it's in the bag to withstand it. Now the pressure inside a vacuum bag, believe it or not, is about 1,700 pounds a square foot. So obviously this, it would be like driving your car on top of this, so you can't be doing that. So basically what I have to do is make up a mold to support this in every place. The veneer will go on here, okay, whatever veneer you choose, and it will be dampened with the veneer wetter. and pressed without glue for a period of time, so it takes on the shape of the piece underneath. Let it dry out, and then once you remove it, this will have the shape copied onto it, and then we can glue it and re-put it back in the bag again. So, you know, but I thought it'd be a nice little extra on the site here, rather than just concentrating on all the metal side of things and mechanics. These cars, these older Mercs have, Mercedes, these older Mercedes have wood in them, and it's something that needs attending to a lot of the times. You know, they get damaged from heat and moisture and what have you. You can see that in the camera. Yeah, you can see how dry the veneer, the finish is. It's really dried out, but the veneer itself is intact. Like I say, the substrate is all delaminating here. You see that's going to need re-gluing back in and clamping, and it looks like the veneer, like I say, is generally in good shape. It may be that it's got so much finish on it, it kind of saved it. There's a little tiny patch there that will need attending to, and anything much bigger than that we'll have to attend to with actually a wood patch. Patch that with a little piece of wood. This one we might get away with a little filler. I don't like using filler, overly using filler, just like on a car bodywork. You want to avoid that. You want to get wood back in there rather than filler, because you're dealing with something that's foreign. It expands and contracts at a different rate, and also you've got another issue. You have to color it out, but a nice patch in there with matching veneer would work a lot better. So anyway, this is just an introduction of what's coming. I'm not sure when I'm going to get round to this. Obviously, got a lot of other things to do with the car. We're starting to get to the stage of welding and things of that nature. And then I've got to attend to getting that engine started before I go much further. So it's kind of a jumping from one job to another, really, to try and pull it all together. So I hope you enjoy this little series, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.